Welcome to the Future of Real Estate, your chance to find out what's going on in real estate and the real estate market. This morning's show is brought to you by the Ellis team at RE/MAX Realty Group. RE/MAX's award winner for most transactions in Florida.
With the Ellis team at RE/MAX, it's a family affair. Always call the Ellis team, they'll handle you with care.
Welcome back to the Future of Real Estate, presented by the Ellis team at RE/MAX Realty Group. Don't forget our website, which is topagent.com. If you want to reach us, our phone number is 800-860-4042. That's 239-489-4042 in the Southwest Florida area. And we tried to rush through the first part of the show to give you this State of the Market report that we're unveiling today, because it's that time of the year. And we thought we could get the county overview in one segment, but we really couldn't. We've got more to go. So hopefully we could slow down a little bit and give you a good overview of what's been going on in the county. Now, going back to, because I know we rushed this, the month supply of inventory, we broke it down by area. And if you look at Lehigh Acres here, it's one of the most active areas of the county, and we're at 4.99 months, down from 22.66 months last year. So that's very exciting. Bonita Estero's down to 13.99 months. Captiva's down to 28.7. Cape Coral North is down to 5.31, another hotbed. So you can kind of see in your area what the inventory levels are looking like. I want to show you another little graph here. This is the number of agents that are active in the local market. And we're going to talk about the certified distressed property expert here in a minute, because we're seeing a lot of short sales and distressed sales. And getting with a certified distressed property expert probably makes a lot of sense, because they're highly trained in dealing with these short sales and foreclosure sales, and what it takes to get them through, and how to write your offers, and how to get them closed, how to work with title issues, how to work with the banks, a lot of that stuff. But look at the number of agents. Back in 05, they peaked. In 06, about 5,884. That started going down precipitously because, as you know, agents started getting out of the business. The business got tougher. Commissions came down as prices came down. It was harder to get these deals through with the banks. But now they've started going back up again. So that's a new trend. They're up 500 to 4120. So that was something we wanted to call to your attention. And again, we talked a little bit about the certified distressed property expert. Definitely, if you're buying or selling a short sale, you probably want to think about that, because it's not easy. And you can wait 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months or more and then find out the answer is no if you don't package these things the right way and make sure everyone's a proper candidate to get these things through. Now, I wanted to talk to you. I've got a ARM reset graph on page 12 here of the report. If you go to topagent.com, you can click on this report. But look at mid-2010. That's when a lot of these adjustable rate mortgages are set to reset. And we've got a couple customers that have called us and said, hey, I know I'm getting a higher payment. It's coming up in the middle of this year, and I don't think I can make the payment. I will be going into default at that point. And you can see nationwide, this is what's going to start occurring. So we talked about going forward. You know, we're going to need jobs. We're going to need employment. And the investors are coming in, providing much needed capital, and they're scooping up these properties because Florida is on sale. And they can truly buy these properties, cash flow them, clean up the neighborhood, clean up the property, get a person living in the property, get the tax base moving again. It's all good stuff. And because of that, prices are inching up. They're moving up. But they're not going to really go up back to the point of replacement cost where builders can afford to build again, which will really get our economy going until we get some other jobs and employment working. So I don't see major price gains. I see steady, modest gains until we work through a little bit of this inventory, which is low, work through some of the more of these bank foreclosures. That's the wild card. How many more of those will come? And the overall economy is the other wild card. And once that all kicks into full force, then I think we'll get back to builders building and really get the economy moving again. So we'll keep our eye on all of that. Got another graph here, also on page 12, that talks about well, let me go back to the listing and sales on page 10, because this is the area, and the graph we have actually in the report is a little bit better, but you can see what areas are selling well. And this is Lehigh Acres, 4,560 sales. Cape Coral North is selling very well, and you want to look at it compared to the active inventory. And some of these have approximately the same number of sales to inventory, and some of them are out of skew, so you can see what the hotbeds are. And going forward, We expect some of that to continue as well. I want to get to the condo market, though, because that's going to be some exciting stuff there. This is our condominium market, and this is a graph right here of what's been going on in terms of pricing, in terms of sales, and it kind of gives you a good overview. The condo market has also picked up along with the single-family market. Here's the number of sales. We just showed you some of the pricing. So it's kind of leveled out, bottomed up, and starting to head up. And as we're heading into season, we expect that to continue. Now, we also, one of the fun things we do with this report, and keep in mind, we're going to break it down into segments. So these first two segments are talking about the overall county. Then we're going to break it down into, for instance, Lehigh Acres may be its own segment. Cape Coral will be its own segment. The beaches in Sanibel will be their own segment. Bonita and Estero, and maybe Southeast Fort Myers. We'll break it down, Fort Myers and North Fort Myers and East Fort Myers and whatnot, so you can kind of get an idea. If you have an interest in a particular area, we're going to have more videos and breakdown, but they're all contained in the State of the Market Report. So I want to take you to page 5 here of the market report, and this is kind of fun because I want to talk about briefly for a moment some of the highs and the lows in the market. So of the closed sales, the highest one we could find in the MLS was a beachfront home out on Captiva. It sold for $7.25 million last year. 6 bedrooms, 8 baths, kind of a unique home. And if you want to look at what the lowest sale was, the lowest sale we could find was this home for, hang on, I want to make sure I'm in the sales here. Yep. $2,200, a home over at 3513 Jeffcott. Here's a picture of the property right here. So 3 bedroom, 1 bath, $2,200 could buy you a home in Lee County last year. Now, we don't know what kind of liens might have been in the property or what kind of condition the property may have been in, but basically that was the lowest sale we could find. Now, let's talk about the active listings. The highest priced listing we could find right now is a home on Captiva Drive out in Captiva for $18 million. Funny thing is, I think this home was on the market last year for $18 million. The owner hasn't budged on the price. Nobody's bought it. But it is a unique property. It is on the beach. It is $18 million. So kind of fun to look at. And the lowest listing right now is a home on Pearl Street for $1,000. Now, I haven't looked into it, what's wrong with it, what repairs it may need, that sort of thing. But it is in the MLS at $1,000. Now, don't get all excited. Call us up and say, hey, we want to buy that home for $1,000 because it may not be here tomorrow. It may not be here today. But on the day I pulled this MLS, it was there, and that's what we found. And we found some other low ones. But each one you got to look into to make sure you're making a good decision. So that is our segment 1 and 2 of the Lee County Southwest Florida Real Estate State of the Market Report presented by the Ellis team at RE/MAX. If you have more questions, if you're interested in buying and selling, you can call us 239-489-4042. Go to topagent.com. You can download that entire report. We encourage you to do that. And we're going to have segments next. Go to topagent.com, and we'll have links to that. We'll be in our blog, and our Facebook, and our Twitter, all the ways you can reach us. And if you have an interest in a submarket, we're going to break it down for you, show you how prices did in that area, inventory levels, look at some of the listings in that area. It's going to be fresh. It's going to be new, exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned and tune into any one of those you want to tune into. Thanks for watching The Future of Real Estate this week.